Am I the a-hole for not writing vows for my wedding? I, 33 male, just got married last weekend. And what was supposed to be the happiest day of our lives turned into this whole drama fest. And I really don't get why. My wife, Sarah, 30 female, and I have been together for 5 years. And I've always been a straightforward, no-nonsense kind of guy. I show my love through actions, not words. I take care of her, I'm loyal, and I've always been there when she needs me. So when it came to planning the wedding, I didn't think writing vows was a big deal. We're busy people, and between work, wedding planning, and just life in general, I really didn't have the time or honestly the interest to sit down and write some long, sappy speech. I mean, she knows I love her, right? I figured the wedding itself, the whole event, was enough to show my commitment. Plus, I've never been good with words. I'm more of an actions speak louder kind of guy. The night before the wedding, Sarah asked if I had my vows ready, and I just casually told her, no, I didn't write anything down, but I'll say something on the spot. She looked a bit surprised, but I didn't think much of it. I mean, we were about to get married. Why stress over some words when the whole point is that we're making a lifelong commitment? That's part of the commitment.
A wedding is this symbolic expression of love, right?
Yeah.
You're celebrating your love. It's probably the most important time to say some words.
Yeah, I would say you need to get over this whole nonchalant, I don't care kind of attitude and do it, because that's the thing. It's like, if he doesn't want to do it, maybe it's not the right marriage. I'm sorry, but
Maybe.
after the ceremony, she was quiet and I could tell she was upset, but I didn't get why. Later, some of her friends and even a couple of mine came up to me saying I really messed up by not preparing vows, that it looked like I didn't care and that Sarah deserved better. I mean, yeah, if people are coming up to you and telling you that whatever you did half-assed in the moment is bad, believe them. There is something to be said for like speaking from the heart, but if you're not good with words already, you definitely need to have something prepared.
I'm not good with worms.
One of her bridesmaids even had the audacity to say I embarrassed her in front of everyone. And she wouldn't say that lightly, I'm sorry. I was like, seriously, we're married now. That's what counts, not some cheesy speech. You're not only embarrassing her, you're also embarrassing yourself. This is in front of your entire group of family and friends, and you half-assed arguably the most important part of your wedding.
How old are they?
30 and 33.
You should know better. Come on.
Yeah, you should know better.
Have you not seen any movie? Have you not been to any weddings? It's just a thing that people do.
When I talked to Sarah later, she said she felt hurt I didn't put any effort into the vows and that it made her feel like I didn't care as much as she does. I told her that was ridiculous. I married her, didn't I? Okay, again, that is literally the bare minimum.
I showed up to the wedding.
I'm here. That's the ultimate proof of how much I care. Why should I have to spell it out in front of everyone? Are we forgetting like how to human? I'm sorry. This is super weird.
I don't know how to marry.
You also like discussed writing vows. Like Sarah went and wrote vow. Like it would be one thing if you guys decided that you weren't going to do the big wow thing. The wow vows, okay? It doesn't have to take that much effort. Honestly, my first draft of my vows didn't take that long to write. It's literally like maybe an hour of your time and then, you know, going back and editing it. But you guys discussed it to the point where she wrote her vows and you didn't, and you just decided at the last minute that you weren't going to do it. You kind of blindsided her there and embarrassed her. Honestly, I think everyone's overreacting. The wedding was beautiful, and at the end of the day, we are married. That's what matters. I don't see the point in making a big deal out of a few words when I'm already committed to spending my life with her. But now I'm here because people are acting like I'm the worst husband ever for not writing vows.
You're not the worst husband ever. Like, I'm sure you guys probably have a good relationship, maybe, but read between the lines, man. Of all the times to show up and do something symbolic and beautiful.
You're not apologetic at all. Other people are telling you that this was embarrassing for Sarah.
Did Sarah talk to you about it?
Yeah, he said that he talked to Sarah and she said she felt hurt that I didn't put any effort into my vows and it made her feel like I didn't care as much as she does. Definitely.
Duh.
Yeah, like it's very clear that you do not care as much as she does.
Or
And
you do care, but you have to show it.
You do have to show it. The action of writing vows, even though it's not something that you wanted to do, if you cared, you would have done it because you love her. So am I the a-hole for not writing wedding vows because I didn't see the point when my actions should speak for themselves? What actions? Like literally what actions? You showed up in a tux. That's literally all you did. I'm here, aren't I?
I mean, I paid for the wedding, right? I must care.
Okay, so let's read some of these responses. You're the a-hole. You spent more time writing this post, than you spent preparing this huge moment in your life and your wife's life. Just WTF. Literally, like you sat down and wrote this post trying to get people on your side. You could have avoided this entire situation and just written the fucking vows, buddy.
And yet, since everyone told you were in the wrong, you came to Reddit because you still were so stubborn that you're like, no, I love my wife and I want the internet to ruin me.
I don't see the big deal. You are such an asshole that I don't have human language to describe how much. You were thoughtless and careless. If your wife looks crushed on your wedding day, you should not need Reddit to tell you that you're messed up. Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't want anything to do with you, but let's carry on.
Over the next few years, you're going to have to really prove to your wife that, you know, you really do care about her, because that's not one thing she's going to forget easily.
Oh, so here is a really important comment. Writing my own vows wasn't for me or my husband either. We used the traditional vows and left it at that. In your case, however, you and your bride agreed to write your own vows. She asked you about it, and it doesn't seem from what you've written that you told her that you had no intention of writing something meaningful. For someone as straightforward and no nonsense as you claim to be, that seems unfair. You should have communicated that you were uncomfortable writing the vows and wanted to use traditional ones. What you said at your wedding must have been pretty lackluster for people to comment on them. I find your claim to not understand why Sarah was hurt disingenuous because you said she looked crushed at the altar. You're the a-hole. So we did get an update.
I like updates. Maybe he's forgiven. Maybe, just maybe, he can come up and hang out with me.
No. Update. We are getting a divorce.
No!
As she cheated on me like she did multiple times when we first got together. Maybe I was subconsciously holding on to resentment. Definitely interesting update. Maybe you were secretly holding on to resentment. And if what you say is true, that she did cheat on you, then maybe you didn't want to declare that. That's why I'm saying if you wanted to, you would.
Let's look at these things sort of out of context, okay? Maybe you're using that as a way to justify yourself, but look at these things as separate incidences. You have to write a vow if you agree upon it and express your love for your wife. If you couldn't find those words in the moment, then you should have known that. You should have maybe confronted those feelings, but you agreed to do vows and to get married, and you did. Her cheating on you, terrible. I'm really sorry that happened. I don't know. Maybe there was something there. Maybe there was some unresolved conflict.
Right, but I mean, if you didn't want to declare your love for this person because of what she did to you, then you shouldn't have gone through with the wedding. So you're not the a-hole for having the feelings you did and not wanting to write vows because you felt resentful of your future wife, now ex-wife, but you are the a-hole for how you went about this whole vow thing. Like, again, if he wanted to, he would.
Overall, I kind of feel bad for you, having been cheated on before. It's not a good feeling. And I'm sorry you went through that. And I doubt that these two things are related. I'll say that I'm sorry you went through that. But yeah, man, you got to write a vow, though, or else you're a stinky.
Well, you can have him if you want.
Why don't we let him swim around in purgatory for a little bit?
We could have you swim around in purgatory.
Let's
I mean,
see.
Reddit told you you're the a-hole. I kind of think you're still an a-hole.
I think that the ending changes my opinion, and I think that I want you to go to purgatory and write us both vows, me and Shaitan. That's Charlotte Satan. And if I believe your vow, then you can come up and hang out with me. But if I don't, you're going with her. Okay?